Watch it closely.
Avengers! It's alive!
With thy knife tipped and shattered, it's showtime.
And welcome back to the world of Blockbuster Brawl. I am your host, Caleb Coho, and we have another installment in our singles pick'em tournament. I'm very excited about it. Rue, Igor going head-to-head. This is like a contender-level matchup in this arena, and it's a round one matchup here. I'm excited to see these guys play. Joining me tonight to watch this historic rivalry continue on the desk, Caleb Boatman. How you doing, Boat?
I'm doing great. I think this is, I think you hit the nail on the head. This does not feel like a round one tournament match. If this were to go any other way, I could have seen this being a number one contender match. This could have been the finals. This is one of those, which means we as the audience, we're doing great. Don't know how the competitors are feeling about that. We'll see.
Right, we'll see how they're feeling about it. As we bring in Rue. You got picked. I think I don't know if you expected Igor to pick you, but here you are. How are you feeling about being here in the singles division?
I did expect Igor to pick me. I was low-key hoping, because we've been shouting each other out in Melee. So when he shouted me out here, I was like, dude, Melee, not Brawl. Because honestly, I'm extremely interested in how I'm going to do here, because this is my straight-up 50-50 league. I know half the shit like the back of my hand, and half the shit I know nothing about. So I could kill and I could bomb. I hope the hype y'all put, I can live up to that, because, man, this is my fun league, and I hope I have more fun than not.
Very fair. We'll bring in the person who called you out, Mr. Igor Kasic. Igor, you guys, like Drew said, you've been calling each other out. You played in Melee. The rivalry dates back to Melee, and now you get to play here in Brawl. How are you guys feeling?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Rivalry does date back to one of my third ever match in Multiplex, I think, was against Rue. So it's a lot of fun to keep meeting up, whether that's in teams last year, where luckily I was able to get the upper hand, but this is a whole nother beast. I don't have David. He doesn't have Kastner, so we'll see how it goes here tonight. And similarly to what Rue said, I'm pretty 50-50 here too. So let's find out who gets lucky and or unlucky on the wheel. And may the best man win.
Love it. So we'll get right into it with round number one, which works like this. This is our whiteboard round, where you're going to get 8 different questions from 8 different areas within the realm of Blockbuster Brawl. Should you get all 8 questions correct, you'll be issued a bonus question. You have 3 repeats for the entirety of the match and a challenge rule, as well as these lovely lifelines. How this works is you'll have a bar rule where you'll get a second chance to answer the question, a multiplier where you can double the point value of said question, or 50-50 where you can have 2 multiple choice options in round number 2 removed. Obviously, 50-50 only does pertain to round number 2. However, your intention to use these lifelines must be declared ahead of the question being answered, and they cannot be used on the 3 and 4 point questions when we get to round number 3. Any questions as we get into round number 1?
Yeah, actually, Igor. We're so similar in this league. Did you decide that we were going to also do matching colors?
Absolutely.
Got it.
Mentally only, because I had no idea what you were going to wear.
Listen, that right there is Golden State Warriors blue. I live for it. So we'll get into your first question, which comes in the category of 0 to hero. Name either actor who has played Willie Mays Hayes in the Major League franchise.
I think it would be cool if, whenever people were playing a match, they just coordinated their outfits.
It's kind of fun. It's a fun idea.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, we didn't get that. We kind of met a little. It's more green in real life.
Mine is gray. So I don't
green, but the color kind of washes. I don't know. 5, 4, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Igor.
I haven't seen it, but I think that's Wesley Snipes.
And we will go to Rue.
Way enough, this is from my school when I taught in Oakland. So Golden State for sure. Wesley.
Wesley Snipes is correct. Also would have accepted Omar Epps. So we'll go to Boat with your second question.
Your second question comes in the category of animation celebration. In Finding Nemo, what nickname is Nemo given after joining the Tank Gang? Who's your favorite Shark Tank personality? Oh wait, you didn't watch Shark Tank.
I didn't watch it. I was gonna say by default, the guy from Marty Supreme. I guess I don't know. I didn't know that guy was
such a
on Shark
weird
Tank.
thing. I just would imagine you would have watched Shark Tank. I don't know why.
I never did. I don't know, man. I don't know. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Rue first.
I hope I don't have to go ooh ah in the board, but shark bait.
And Igor.
I blanked.
Shark bait. Ooh ah is correct. Rue will take the 2-1 lead going into your third question. The category of modern masters. Insomnia is primarily set in which U.S. state? Do you have insomnia about?
I don't think so, but I do a lot of times stay up later than I should, and then I crash when I get home. But that's not insomnia. That's just bad timing.
It just kind of evens itself out.
Yeah, that's
I haven't
bad time management on my part.
It really is. I have insomnia. I'm the one that is on your couch at 3 a.m. on my phone because I can't sleep.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Igor first.
Alaska.
And Rue.
Alaska.
Alaska is correct. As we'll go to your next question from Boat.
In the category of Hellbound, in Annabelle, Tony Amendola's per character has what profession? I almost said Tony Amendola's profession has what character?
I caught that. That was how can one really characterize one's profession? You know what I mean? I can characterize mine as going down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Rue first.
He's a priest.
And we'll go to Igor.
He is a priest.
He's a priest. 4-3 for Rue. Going into your next question, the category of Monster Mash. In how many Monster Mash films has Bela Lugosi played the character of Dracula?
Have you ever met a man named Dr. Acula?
No, but I have met Alucard. I don't know if you remember that. Have I ever shown you the Batman versus Dracula?
No.
Oscars weekend, remind me. I'm
Okay.
showing you that nightmare fuel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We will go to Igor.
2.
We'll go to Rue.
Again, we're just alike. 2.
Both incorrect. It's just the first Dracula. Just one. No perfect rounds. 4-3 going in your next question from Boat.
Next question comes in the category of Space Odysseys. Who directed Star Trek V, The Final Frontier? Coho, you know how many ears Spock has?
This feels like I'm getting just totally set up for something. I don't know. How many?
How many do you think he has?
2?
No, he has 3. A left ear, a right ear, and a final frontier.
Oh, I hate you. 5, 4,
I knew you'd be so mad.
1. I hate you. Pens down. We're going to go to Rue.
Billy Shatz.
And Igor.
Canadian icon, Billy Shatz.
Billy shot the bet on that one for sure. 5-4. Going into your penultimate question, the category of guns. Lots of guns. In John Wick, John and Yosef first meet at what type of location? I hope I said that name right.
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe. Or it's I don't know. I don't know. I'm like I've adopted Mark Menchaca's fear of names that I don't understand. I'm like, I don't know how to say it. Letters, symbols, syllables. And then I panic, and then something happens, and I'm like, fuck. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Igor.
Gas station.
And we'll go to Rue.
Gas station.
Gas station is correct. 6-5. No perfect rounds going into your final question of the round from Boat.
Final question comes in the category of Grab Bag Blitz. Name one Muppet who appears in the Muppet movie without appearing in the Muppet Christmas Carol.
How well do you know these fucking puppets, dude? That's the question.
Are you asking me or just say, is that like a general question?
In general, this question is how well do you know your puppets? But I you know the puppets. I don't know. I hate these fucking things.
I'll use a bar rule. I'll just use a bar rule.
Okay. Igor is gonna have a chance to write down 2 answers right now on the board. Give him a couple extra seconds there. But no, I fucking hate these things.
Disrespectful.
Yeah. All over disrespect them. Though I would watch if they hosted like the Golden Globes or something. 5, 4,
They should.
3, 2, 1. Pens down. We'll go to Rue first.
Is there a point of the Swedish Chef in Christmas Carol?
We will go to Rue or Igor for your 2 answers.
No idea. Sam, Eagle, Camilla.
All answers incorrect.
Damn.
So
Can I read off the acceptable answers?
Tell them all the acceptable answers.
All the acceptable answers are Scooter, Sweetums, Marvin Suggs, Big Bird, Bert, Ernie, The Count, Grover, Oscar the Grouch, and Cookie Monster.
So,
Wow.
The
I wasn't gonna
entirety
go
of
with any
Sesame Street.
Yes,
It is
basically,
pretty
you would
solid
have
rope,
any
yeah.
Sesame Street character, you would have been fine.
Wow.
At the end of
Didn't
round
even
number
know they
1,
were
Rue
in that
leads
fucking movie.
6-5 going into round number 2, which is the wheel round. And ways like this, you guys are going to get a chance to spin from the lovely wheel from wheelside.com. If you like the category you land on, you're going to get 5 questions worth 2 points apiece. You can opt to multiple choice, but it devalues it down to being only worth 1. You can spin again, but you're stuck with whatever you land on the second time. And be aware, stealing is a thing in this round. So if you miss a question, your opponent's going to get a chance to answer that question for however many points that it was worth for you. Both players have all 3 repeats. Igor has his 50-50 in his multiplier. Rue has all 3 of his lifelines. Vote the wheel.
Oh, yes, that's me.
The wheel. Your categories, I'll say already, are on the wheel tonight are movies featuring Endgame Guardians actors, Wands, Wardrobes, and Rings, Oh My, Hans Zimmer, Dark Futures, Monster Mash, We Are Family, Legendary Lovers, and Zero to Hero as I bring in the wheel. Rue, you are in the lead. Would you like to go first or defer to Igor?
Igor can take this very scary, weirdly scary wheel.
All right, then this will be the first spin for Igor. And you land on films featuring Endgame Guardians actors.
Great.
So to keep your spin again.
I'll keep that, please.
Great job.
Okay, then I'll go ahead. I'll give you your questions in the category of movies featuring Avengers Endgame Guardians of the Galaxy's actors, if that's the full title. Your first question. Who plays RDA General Francis Ardmore in Avatar, The Way of Water?
Edie Falco.
That is correct for 2 points. Your second question. In Thor, Love and Thunder, what is the name of the place Thor and company travel to warn the other gods about Gore?
For some reason, I'm second guessing myself. Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Infinity City, B, Omnipotence City, C, Eternity City, or D, the Shadow Realm.
Good thing I was second guessing myself. Omnipotent City.
That is correct for 1 point. Your third question. Nick Jonas's character has what nickname in Jumanji, The Next Level?
I'll do a multiplier. Seaplane.
That is correct for 4 points. Your penultimate question. In Glass Onion, Who is revealed to be the killer in Miles's fake murder mystery?
One movie I didn't watch from this damn category. Multiple choice.
Your options are A. Duke, B. Birdie, C. Lionel, or D. Claire.
I'll do 50-50.
All right, that's the use of your 50-50. Your options are B. Birdie or C. Lionel.
Birdie.
And that is correct for 1 point. And your final question, in Superman 2025, what is the number of the new robot that number 4 introduces to Superman near the beginning of the film?
Multiple choice.
Your options are A9, B10, C12, or D14.
This was my gut from the start, so I'll say 12.
That is correct for 1 point.
Should have shot more.
At the end of Igor's spin, he gets to score up to 14. So we'll bring back the wheel for Ruth's spin. And your first spin lands on Legendary Lovers. Would you like to keep it or spin again?
Let's spin that again, please.
Absolutely. You are stuck with whatever you land on now, which is Dark Futures.
All right.
So, Bo, go ahead and give Rue his questions in the category of Dark Futures.
First question in the category of Dark Futures. In Terminator 2 Judgment Day, what kind of weapon does Sarah Connor use to take Dr. Silberman hostage?
Oh, shit.
Five, 4, 3.
I'm going to use the bar rule, and I'm going to say a syringe.
That is correct.
Okay.
For 2 points. Who is the first character killed by a xenomorph in Alien Romulus?
Oh, by a xenomorph. Oh, shit. Ooh. Okay. Oh, I don't necessarily remember that.
5,
Yeah.
4, 3.
Multiple choice, please.
Multiple choice options are A. Navarro, B. Tyler, C. Rain, D. Bjorn.
Okay. Well, Navarro.
That is correct for 1 point. Who directed Predators?
Oh, if I screw this up. Oh, no.
5, 4, 3.
Here's my fuck it. Nimrod Antle.
That is correct for 2 points.
Okay.
What district is Rue from in The Hunger Games?
I'm going to multiply this.
Okay.
And District 11.
That is correct for 4 points.
Threw me off that you said my name, and I'm like, wait, what?
Oh,
Fucks me up every time.
sorry.
I too heard that one. Aha.
Lee Van Cleef appears in which Dark Futures film?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, it's got to be one of. It's got. Okay, we're gonna multiple choice this.
Right? A. Escape from L.A. B. Escape from New York. C. The Terminator. D. Blade Runner.
All right. This is the last question, right?
Yes.
50-50 this.
Okay, your 50-50s are B, Escape from New York, or D, Blade Runner.
Oh, fuck. Anyway. I'm going to go with the gut. And I'm going to go with B as in boy.
That is correct for 1 point.
Okay, cool.
So at the end of Ruspin, I have Ruinly with 16, Igor with 14, going into round number 3, which is the Pick Your Poison round, and it works like this. You guys put together a big board of categories that you will now draft from tonight. Once you've taken a category, your opponent cannot take said category. Once you each have 4 categories, you will assign a 1, 2, 3, and 4-point value to them. We'll go into the mathematical elimination and a winner. All 3 repeats are in effect for both players as well as your challenges. You are both out of lifelines. Your categories on the big board that you could draft from tonight are Marvel Legacy, Dark Futures, Wands, Wardrobes, and Rings, Oh My, Spirit of Adventure, MCU, Space Odysseys, DC Legends, and Hellbound. We'll go ahead and let them draft. We'll be back in just a minute. All right, back from drafting. Our players have taken their categories. Igor, since you are behind, we'll start with you. What would you like for your 1-point question?
Hellbound, please.
Hellbound it is. Your 1 point, or I guess since I asked you in round 2, but we'll ask you in round 3.
All right, your 1-pointer in the category of Hellbound is: what is the last name of demonologist Ed and Lorraine in the Conjuring franchise?
Warren.
That is correct for 1 point.
Since we're still behind, we'll stick around with you. What would you like for your 2-point question?
Say DC Legends.
Right? Your 2-pointer in DC Legends. Chris O'Donnell and Michael Cera have both portrayed what DC Legends character?
Robin.
That is correct for 2 points. The
Right.
kids at the orphanage, they call him a dick.
Children can be cruel. So, Rue, what would you like for your 1-point question?
I'll go with Marvel.
All right, your 1-pointer in Marvel Legacy is: what actress has portrayed Jean Grey the most times?
Famke Jensen.
That is correct for 1 point. So with that, we are tied, but you have more questions, so we'll stick with you. What would you like for your 2-point category?
Here comes the issue. All right. Oh, I just gotta. Yeah, I gotta hope I don't get screwed in my category. I'll go Dark Futures.
All right, your 2-pointer in the category of Dark Futures is: who stars as Naru in Prey?
Amber Bit Thunder.
That is correct for 2 points. So we'll bounce back over to Igor. What would you like for your 3-point question?
Space Odysseys.
About him with the Space Odysseys.
Your 3-pointer in Space Odysseys. In Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, what is the name of the bounty hunter that attempts to assassinate Padme twice on Coruscant?
Zam Wessel.
That is correct for 3 points.
We bounce back to Rue. What would you like for your 3-point question?
Wands.
Wands, Wardrobes, and Rings. Oh my, it is your 3-pointer in Wands. What is the name of Dorothy's pet chicken in Return to Oz?
This is why I fucking didn't want to go here. Not gonna waste anything here. Rooster.
It's unfortunately incorrect. Looking for Belina.
God.
So,
Yeah. Sure.
So we will stick with you for your 4-pointer in the MCU. If you hit, Igor's going to have to answer his 4. Otherwise, Igor will win the game. So your 4-pointer in the MCU. What is the name of the college Betty Ross works at in The Incredible Hulk?
Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
As your first repeat, your question again. What is the name of the college Betty Ross works at in The Incredible Hulk? Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat,
1.
please.
As your second repeat. What is the name of the college Betty Ross works at in The Incredible Hulk?
Hmm.
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Last one, please.
Final repeat. What is the name of the college Betty Ross works at in The Incredible Hulk?
Culver University.
And that is correct for 4 points.
Whew.
So with that, it all comes down to this: 23-20. Igor's going to have to hit his 4 Spirit of Adventure to win. If he misses, Rue will walk out of here the winner. Your 4-pointer from both in the category of Spirit of Adventure.
Category Spirit of Adventure. Why specifically is Martha in detention in Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle?
Five.
She is rude to her gym teacher by telling her she's just a gym teacher after refusing to do her exercises.
And your winner, Igor Kasic.
That is correct for 4 points. The most hyper-specific answer you could have given. It met every criteria in the answer, but yes, that is correct.
That was more specific than we needed, but
Well, yeah, gym teacher most specifically there. But great game all the way around. So we'll start with Rue. It was a fantastic showing from you. It all comes down to goddamn Dorothy and her stupid chicken. How are you feeling about that game?
That was a decision I didn't know what to do with, because 3 out of the 4 categories, I am 95% positive I'll hit them. That 3 of the 4 franchises in that category. Fucking Oz, man. Fucking oh my. And I'm like, you know what? And I'll probably continue to do this, even though I might not watch any of those fucking Oz movies. Where it's still my category. And I have to just say, let's not get scared because of the movies that could come up. And if they're the reason I lose, they're the reason I lose. And maybe I'll watch it one day, or maybe I'll read the Wikipedia. I don't fucking know. But it was like, do I risk the Oz questions, or do I go Dark Futures? And it just didn't work out for me today. But it was a fun match. It was a hell of a match. I got the half of the stuff that I know, which was nice, except that 3-pointer. So I had a blast, though. Congratulations, Igor. You stuck around there, man.
For sure, a terrific showing. Probably the best showing so far in a loss, I'd say, here in the first round. So you will definitely be back after the tournament. Is there anyone that you are hoping to face here, even though it's an 0-1 start?
Yeah. I either of Dylan or Payson, because I want to see how the other half lives against me. The non-geek guys, Payson being a non-geek guy now, whatever. The non-geek players knowing the other stuff, want to kind of see how that goes against each other.
Definitely doable, but we will see you soon. We'll bring in our winner, reigning teams champ, now on his way maybe to being a first singles champ, Igor, a 1-0 start. How are you feeling after that win? Definitely a close call.
Terrified. No, it was an exhilarating win. No, Rue was up for most of the game, so I knew I had to get a little bit lucky. The wheel was relatively kind to both of us, so that was nice because we were both scared, I think, about half the wheel. And yeah, I echo Rue's fears about taking Juan's Wizards and Juan's Wardrobes and Rings, oh my, at a 3 or a 4 because of the oh my. And unfortunately, that did bite Rue in the ass, and he still played great. He'll be back, and I'm sure he'll be competing in high-level matches. So, yeah, pretty happy that finding Nemo didn't cost me, although I think I still would have been down 1 anyway. But
For sure. Is there anyone now? You do move on to the second round. There's obviously a lot of things in flux. We don't quite know who you can pick from. But is there anyone in the tournament that you didn't pick that you're like, hey, if I get through Rue and they're still here, this is who I want?
I pretty much just targeted Rue. That was my plan for this, win or lose. So now I have no idea who's going to be around for round 2. We'll see. I honestly don't know because I think a lot of the matchups are probably pretty close. No one here doesn't deserve to be here. So at the end of the day, I think everyone who gets through to the second round is going to be a tough matchup regardless. Yeah, we'll see who I think matches up well against me. And I'll pick with my heart.
Very fair. Well, congratulations on the win. Put a bow on it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, this was a game where both players made it very clear the wheel was not something they were happy. It made it clear that it was not something they were happy about, but ended up I think both got categories relatively in their wheelhouse, even though Igor actually got Rue's strength. And I believe Rue got Igor's general category, but they're very similar players. Yeah, so they kind of went back and forth, but these are two very similar players in a lot of ways, I think. So I don't think either one was necessarily playing on the offensive. They were more playing defensively, and that kind of led to what I think was a very close game on both ends. And it really did just kind of come to, with other things, people may be very versed on Narnia, very versed on Wizarding World, very versed on Middle Earth, but the Oz being here is new, so might take a little bit time for players who last season Wands, Wardrobes, and Rings would have been their bread and butter. But my oh my,
the fucking wizards, witches, and slippers. So with that, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of Blockbuster Brawl. That has been Rude. That has been Igor. That has been Boat. I have been Coho. And this has been Blockbuster Brawl. We'll see you guys real soon with another great.
I'll be back. Hail to the king, David.
What's your name?
Live long. Prosper.